How to make a simple cuff like this. Get a large amount of string. Separate the string enough to put beads on. Use whatever colored beads you'd like and follow this pattern. Pull them down together so they don't go everywhere. Once you are done, it should look like this. Then tie it off. Then start adding more beads like this. And continue to do that until you have the size you need. Once you are done, it should look like this. Use however much fits your wrist. I usually use 1920. Then tie it all together like this. Then tie a knot. I usually do 3-4. And cut off the excess string. Move the string around to hide it. And there you have it, your first cuff. Thanks for watching.
Let me tell you about about Kandi while I pack this order. If you don't know, Kandi is a type of bracelet made out of plastic pony beads, and you can trade them with other people, mostly at raves, but really anywhere. And people don't just make bracelets, they make all kinds of accessories and like purses, masks, entire outfits. Also, a huge part of Kandi culture is plur, which stands for peace, love, unity, and respect. Lately, Kandi has become a pretty common fashion statement outside of raves too. It's obviously a staple of scene subculture, but I've seen it spreading to other communities too, like Taylor Swift fans. But hey, more plur to go around the better, right? If you're interested, you can check out my Kandi shop.
Tutorial for how to make a star cuff. Another example. You'll need pony beads, scissors, and string. This is what string I'm using. To start, you need a 1x X-base cuff. There's a tutorial for how to make one within the playlist. If you don't have string left over from when you made the actual X cuff, then tie about a wingspan of string onto it. Make sure that the string is coming out of these two beads at the top. String on 11 beads in a pattern similar to this, but it doesn't have to be exact. For example, when I made this, I used this. And when I made this, I used this. Now that we have our pattern of 11 beads strung on, we are going to follow these 3 beads from where the string is coming out and go through these 2. Then tug tightly, and you have your first point. Then string on your pattern of 11 beads again, and we're going to follow these 3 beads and go through these 2. Once strung through, it should look like this, and we're going to make 3 more of these little points to go all around and have 5 points overall. Once all 5 are added, it should look something like this. Now I'm going to string on the first 3 beads in this point, so I'm going to, for me, put a shiny pink, then 2 normal pinks, but you would match whatever you have. Now that I have the 3 beads strung on, I'm going to string into the 4th bead out of the 11. So for me, it is this pink bead, and you're just going to string it on in and pull tightly so that it looks like that. Then you're going to take your string and you're going to string it in this bead, and this bead, and this bead. So that is a total of 4 beads, 5 if you include the first one. So after stringing through all of them, it should be coming out of this one. Then once again, we are going to be stringing on the first 3 beads out of this so that it matches. Once they are strung on, we are going to skip these 2 and go through these 2. And then we are going to tug so that it looks like this. Then you are going to continue that 8 more times all around. Once you do it all around, it should look like this. Now I suggest tying at this point, so to do that I'm going to go through this hole, and then I'm going to take the string and click it there, and then pull tightly. Now I'm going to string through these 2 beads so that it's coming out here. Once you string through those 3 beads, go through these 3 so that it's coming out the big point at the top. Once it's at the top, string on 3 beads that match these 3. So for me, I'm going to do big pink, medium pink, and then lightest pink. Now that my 3 beads are strung on, I'm going to go through this bead in the middle, right here. And then I don't suggest pulling tightly for this part because it might misshape these points and it'll be hard to tell it's a star once it's fully done. Then you're going to string on beads in reverse of this, so I'm going to put it in the opposite order, so light pink, medium pink, bright pink, but you would do whatever matches yours. Now that my beads are strung on, I'm going to go through the big pointy pink, and then I'm going to do that all the way around, so 8 more times. Once you're done, it should look like this all the way around, and now it's time to tie it. So I'm going to take the string and put it under the little bridge, and then have it click to that bead, and then I'm going to pull tightly, and I suggest doing that multiple times. Cut off your string, and you're done. You have a nice little star cuff.
Love, unity, and respect. Okay, whatever you do, do not say this out loud. Okay. Wow, what a night.
Wait, what does this even say? Yeah, 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 yeah? Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh.
Happy plur. Stay safe out there. Love y'all.
Aw.
Candifying my IKEA alien. Making him a skirt. Lost my white string sew. Switching to red.
Pardon. Tail hole 3.
Finished skirt. Swedish flag colors.
Accessories.
He's so silly.